Let's got here, and it's time to talk about fairy tale and family. Family. Insert your Fast and Furious meme, but this is pretty much the entire theme of the series itself in this episode. The main character being the guild, not just Natsu, even though he's the most upfront character. He is the main character, but overall, the guild being the family, everybody being together, like the guild is an entire character here, and this episode put it perfectly. But there are some really fun moments. Jellal and Erza and Giga Chad Laxus. Just I love characters like that, especially what he said during his fight with Kiria. We're gonna get to that, and I did like the conclusion with Wraith and Natsu's fight, and finally finding out who exactly Wraith is. But anyway, let's get into it and talk about it now. The episode picks up from Wendy's fight with the spider guy. Of course, it has some shenanigans there. In the end, she has to go chase him after he breaks the orb. During their fight, there is gonna move outside from where they were, but we pick up from more shenanigans with Jellal and Erza. What I'm excited for the most after this entire hypnosis thing is over, I just want to see their reactions. Erza and Jalal alone in a room after he comes off from the hypnosis. I do hope they're gonna remember everything they did. I can't wait for that moment to see him remember. Oh wait, what? It's gonna be awesome when Jalal remembers everything there. And Erza knows how to play him very well, and it works perfectly. She starts, hey, remove these because of our past trauma, and of course we know how they were enslaved back at the tower, and those bonds reminded her of that. It did, but she also used it to her advantage to make him let her go, and she starts unwrapping her chest, and he's like, oh, okay, I like where this is going, and he gets tied up, but he's into it. Should have been me. He assumed he's gonna be teased, but he's left off alone for pretty much the entire episode. But yeah, then the main fight of this episode being Natsu versus Wraith uh, and Makarov's body. But I like how Natsu's true equality. Punch a cat, no worries. Punch your friend, the cat, no worries. Are you really gonna punch an old guy that is your guildmaster? Oh yeah, why not? He was excited always to fight. But gets punched himself by Makarov Wraith there. And here's where we see that they're very synced together. Last episode I was thinking, what's their connection between them? Like there's no way it's Makarov's son, is some distant relative or something like that. And even Wraith was surprised. He didn't have any memories of himself who actually killed him, how he's so synced with Makarov. Actually uses Makarov's power, but we see that age took a toll on Makarov, and I do think it's time for him to retire or maybe get some second, fifth wind or some sort, a boost a bit to getting back on his feet after the hypnosis and the fight here is over. I do want to see more Makarov. He's kind of a bit like the glue that holds the guild together so much, and this is one of the criticisms of Fairy Tail. I'm still 50-50 on whether he should have died on the Empire arc in the war there, or he was a good thing that he lived. Like, I love the character, but also I'm very torn, and this is why Makarov is such a great character here. But then, anyway, back to the fight here. We have giant Makarov Wraith versus Natsu, but Natsu actually punches him, fights back. There we see how strong he is. I'm not sure even if Makarov in his prime could have put up a fight with Natsu, but hey, that's another conversation here. And we see some memories of Makarov from back in the day. All of the shenanigans in the guild, the old characters. Even, hey, this is their Precht Florushka. All of them felt great to see that flashback, but then a wounded guy gets brought in, and it's revealed it's Wraith. Actually, he was part of Fairy Tail, but he died. He was attacked by monsters during a mission or something. And this is part of why I love Fairy Tail. Makarov saying it, we're all family together. Even though Wraith didn't realize this, he realized it in the moment of his death there, seeing Makarov care for him, everybody around him. I know it's very cliche and so on, but I'm a sucker for things like this very very much. So when he dies, unfortunately, there's no saving him, and after this, he accepts his defeat. He remembers he was part of Fairy Tail and he can't fight against anymore. He passes on with final words from Makarov. I've missed you, Wraith, and back at you also. I love this. It's very very cliche, but it presses my buttons. But I can understand how some people can have issues with this one. But Nat was just happy he was able to take down Gramps. Simple-minded there, very much so. And then he moves on to the next fight. But this we have the next one, Gray and Juvia versus Drunk Kana. And Drunk style is very powerful. Gray couldn't even hit her. She was about to blast. I was like, she's gonna use fairy glitter, right? And she actually does. She starts chanting it, about to release it. But Lucy stops her with Aries transformation there, cancelling out the spell. And Lucy gets the bright idea to use Kana's cards to collect the guild members to keep them safe until they can undo the hypnosis. But she gets trapped herself in in the card, not knowing how to properly use them. Of course, it wasn't gonna be that easy, but what I liked was Kana, in typical fashion, comes out and releases Lucy, puts the Thunder Tribe in, and reveal that she was never hypnotized. So the prevention, the protection against the White Mage is blank out drunk, being drunk alcohol. She was never hypnotized in the first place. I love you, Kana. So they start going around, start collecting the other members. And Laxus kind of steals the episode for me, honestly. Here, after all of the shenanigans, we have Laxus versus Kiria, and she tries to use the same cutting strength magic she did against Erza, but it doesn't work on him. And I like the concept, like, Erza is not really able to be open about her weaknesses in front of others. She always had to put off this tough facade, but internally she's one of the weakest and stronger persons at the same time, and that's why that magic worked against her. But Laxus is one of the characters and person that accepted his weakness, and that's why it didn't work against him. I'm weak, that's why I'm in the guild, and that hit quite strong. Having somebody around you accepting your weakness, it's really really great. Very simple, but works great, especially for Laxus, considering how he was at the start, and he just takes her out very easily and actually wins her over in a way. Like, a man that strong and having a weak heart, I might fall in love. Just Giga Chad, absolute Giga Chad, Laxus there. And we have more Wendy versus the spider guy here, collecting the cards, and it ends up on a cliffhanger with Erza versus Laxus fighting for the orb. We're gonna have a setup for next week. And the more interesting part, besides that fight, we have Natsu heading for the boss in the middle of the towns there, and he finds the white mage, but she's passed out. And like I said, punch a cat, punch a decrepit old guy, no issue. Finds the white mage passed out, she's an enemy. Happy's like, aren't you gonna beat her up? Isn't it going too far, an unconscious person? Yeah, on second thought, no, he was about to punch. He probably wouldn't, but it was funny there. But she wakes up. I'm not sure if it's fully Toka or is it the white mage. You can't really tell at first. Depends if she's playing it off. She just says, "Save me, Natsu Sama." So it could be the white mage pretending to be Toka, or is it actually Toka. She was able to break free a bit from the White Mage's control. I still have so many questions about their connection, how they ended up in this state, like immense questions about the White Mage, but overall pretty fun episode. I'm excited for next week also. And was it revealed how many episodes we're gonna have? We're getting really close to the new seasons of uh, of anime. Expect a video coming out very soon for what I'm gonna be watching from fall 2024. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode, what were your favorite moments, and which one of you would have wanted to be Jellal. So, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Fairy Tail. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.